So in this video, I'm going to show how to make inversions, how to find the inversions of 7 chords on the guitar. I'm going to assume that you know the basic positions, so like E major 7, A major 7, E minor 7, and that you play them like this. So picking only 4 notes rather than strumming all the chords on the guitar. So the first thing to do is you take the bass note that you're going to use and play the chord on that note, so arpeggiating it. So for example, I'll start with E major 7. Right, so that's arpeggiating an E major 7 chord, right? And then we're going to pick 3 strings from here, so D, G, and B. And first we'll just play these 4 notes, right? Because the 7 chord is only 4 notes. So basically what we're going to do is, for each one of these, right, we're going to find 4 positions, so 4 places to press down on these strings that complete the chord. So the first root position is this. Right, this is E major 7 with the 3 on the bass. Now B on the bass. Now D sharp on the bass. Right, so so those are the 4 inversions, or the 4, one's the root position, the 3 inversions that you can get of E major 7, starting with this string and using these 3 strings to fill it in. Right? I'll go through each of these positions and show a bit of stuff that makes it a little bit easier to remember. So this position, right? If you take this note and move it up here 2 octaves. Right, it's very close to this root position of E major 7. So that moves up here. It's very close to this shape, right? This one, here I have the 5 on the bass. Right, your root is here or here. So it's very close to the C major shape, putting the 7 here. Right. And then finally this one. Right, so these 3 notes in themselves, they make a major chord. Right, you could make this a major 7 by putting this up here. But instead you put it 2 octaves down, so you get the 7 on the bass. Right, this would be major chord. Lower it 1, and you get this major 7 chord. So now I'm going to show how to get different types of 7 chords from these. So basically, in a previous video I showed, you might already know this. This is E major 7, right? This is dominant, right? E7, and this is E minor 7. So you can, simply by changing one note at a time, you can do the same thing with all the inversion positions. So this is E major 7, right? So on the D string is our root, 5, 7, and 3, right? So if I lower the 7, change around the fingering, right, this becomes a dominant chord. So this is E7, right, the dominant chord. Now here's my 3, so I flatten the 3, and now I have E minor 7, right? Now moving up to this position. E major 7, here's my 7, so flatten that and I get an E7 dominant chord. Now take this note, this is the 3, and I have E minor 7. Right. Now move up here, this is E major 7, the 7 is on the bass, right, here's my root note on the G string, so now I have an E dominant. Right? This is also a very good position for doing chromatic bass lines. So, right, like that. So here I have E7. Right. Now this part below is a standard kind of major shape, like open position A major. So I'll make this minor. Right. My root note is here. I'm on E minor. And like that, I add the 7 on the bass. Right. So I'll do this dominant. That's all the E7 positions that you do like this. That's all the E minor. So once you know where the 5 and where each part is, like here you have 1, 7, 3, 5, right? Here you have 3, 1, 5, 7. You can go through and find these inversions for all chord types, so not just those 3, but also minor, major 7, or any of the ones with flat 5, sharp 5, all that stuff, right? Same idea.